Welcome to another episode of the Horror Hotel, the series in which we discuss topics within the horror world. And first of all, I want to apologize a little bit for this series have fallen out during this last year. But balancing video making and streaming and job and mental health and stuff like that, it's been piling up. But I think I'm sorting it out right now, and hopefully I can provide more of this content in the coming future, at least once in a while, as I also get my other series going. Despite not being in the exact mood to do these videos, I always think about topics to make videos about, and I'm sorry to say, but this time it's fallen on zombies. And I know not everyone will like that, but buckle up, because this is actually a pretty good video. I know half of you jumped the ship right away, but there is a lot to talk about in this topic due to that the popularity of zombies was enormous for a while and has since fallen from grace, and everyone is now bored of the concept. I am with you here. I fell out of the zombie groove a while ago too, but I stopped watching The Walking Dead before that because that show just turned into crap. The thing I have done myself since George A. Romero sadly passed away was going back to the classics. I have rewatched most of Romero's work like Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead and so forth. And during that time I kind of realized what went missing when the zombies became popular. Also why zombies became popular and then fell, because it is a very interesting topic. As I watched Day of the Dead, it kinda just came upon me that this movie has characters. It has characters that have a start, go through a journey until the very end, not necessarily the end of the movie though. These characters develop and evolve, develop relationships to one another and change the way they see each other, and this is things one might not see at a first glance. But if you look at a lot of other zombie flicks coming out, you usually see that the characters either already have a developed relationship with their group or someone, for example a gang of friends escaping the zombies. These characters are already written and done in the beginning of the movie, and I figure that this sometimes really takes it out of the movie. I know occasional zombie flicks where there is a quick cheesy scene with a big speech or something, but that is ultimately not entirely the same thing, and I think that character development is particularly important in the zombie movies, especially since we kind of already know the enemy to at least some extent. When people ask me about more modern zombie movies to watch, I always suggest the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead, because that movie is really well executed. It got a good classical zombie setup with a wide spreadsheet of characters with different personalities, and everything is at stake. When they made this remake, you can tell they had the heart at the right place, because this remake is engaging and introduces newer viewers to what Romero actually did for zombies in general. He basically invented it. In the remake of Dawn of the Dead, you got the mall security guard CJ, who in the beginning of the movie acts like an asshole to other survivors of this horrible event, but as time passes on, the character evolves and develops. He develops new relationships with the other characters, and it comes from a character you absolutely hate in the beginning to a character that you will eventually cheer for. And while this is a remake of the original Dawn of the Dead, that character creation is eventually some of the better on this side of the 2000s. Every character in the movie you get to know, everyone from Anna, played by Sarah Polley, to Gunstore Andy, who you never really even meet, but he's communicating with signs through the rooftops. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what a lot of zombie flicks today is missing. Character development is as crucial as gore when it comes to depicting how humans react to the eventual end of the Western society as we know it today. But there are some glimpses of hope that is released, and one such film is The Train to Busan. I had mostly ignored this film due to the never-ending disappointment in the zombie genre, but eventually caved in and made sure to watch it, and boy, was I surprised. I'm not generally a fan of Asian horror films, mostly because I don't find their ghosts that scary to begin with, but this was something else. Train to Busan is a South Korean film directed by Chan Hoo-jeon, I'm sorry if I butchered that, and it is a lot deeper than your regular zombie flick. This movie has what we all ask for: character development and relationships between the survivors. Taking that the movie is mostly set on a train, it really uses the panic one would find oneself in under those circumstances. The characters are also developed throughout. Some start as enemies, but will eventually end up saving others and sacrificing themselves for other people's survival. This movie also got some camera work to be proud of. While most zombie flicks don't really bother with a lot of interesting shots, this movie absolutely does. It has some damn good shots that get you excited while watching it, like this train shot right here. I highly recommend this film if you're into zombie movies. I won't spoil any further in this video though, but I use this to get my main point across. The thing missing in zombie flicks is not necessarily that it needs to be new or fresh or a new way to introduce zombies, and I think it kinda needs to go back a bit instead. Break this stale mold they now come in and start investigating the characters, the human relationships and the survival conditions during such an outbreak. I think we will get much better movies out of better writing. So it needs to go back a bit rather than reinventing the genre. And rest in peace, Romero. We will always be thankful for your contribution. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I will do more of this in the near future. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you like that. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch if you want that. Also, you can check out my Patreon, a link is down below. If you want to support this channel, those monies mostly go to the YouTube channel instead of the streaming channel. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. I have some hunting to do.